when we first started speaking, there was a question about feminine, masculine, and I wanted to dive into that a little bit more. And so when continuing to work on this mandala for us in the family, you brought in this stone, which you then said was very powerful and has a feminine quality. Could you say a little bit more about what that is?
This is a very beautiful Morganite, Madagascar, 76 carat. And it has this really strong pink color. So it's not this lovely rose, it's quite intense, and it is an usher cut, meaning if you turn it around, it looks a bit like a pyramid. And if you think of the structure of the pyramid, it is actually incredibly strong and powerful. And if you imagine the energy going perpendicular on the planes of the pyramid and the energy coagulating within, or the wisdom, and then in this case, we kind of turn it around and spread it into our realm, I find that very, very beautiful. And I named it Creation because I feel it is a feminine stone, but it's this raw feminine of being able to be pregnant and give birth, be it to a new life or an idea or an energy. And I feel there is something incredibly sacred about that. I think the more you are in your creative power, the more you become magma. Magma is a large Mandarin garnet heart from Nigeria. And I named it magma because it's really this earth-creating magma. It's not just the happy Fanta orange from Twin Flames, which is just so joyful and juicy and yum yum, but it's really got this immense power. And the build-up is really to come into one's own, and I think our biggest fear is to allow ourselves to actually not only be, but also to feel our power. And if anything we can learn from gemstones is that they never hide. They also don't overproject. This stone, it's not saying, "Oh, look at me." It just is. But it also doesn't say, "Oh no, sorry, that I don't do so well, so please look away." Or I have to. It just is. And that I find so freeing with gemstones because they're this ultimate presence. What we said about the feminine also and the red spinel is to tie in the conversation of the traditional stones to the, I'll say, new energy stones. And spinels have been around for quite a long time, but not really valued for their true beauty because they are always referred to as the lesser ruby. And on a gemological level, ruby belongs to the corundum group, so ruby, sapphire, or corundum. Corundum are doubly refractive in light. I'll come back to that. And spinels grow right next to corundum and are singly refractive in light. Spinels also grow like octahedrons, like the diamonds, and garnets, spinels, and diamonds are singly refractive, meaning a ray of light entering a gemstone stays this one ray of light and then comes out again as one ray of light. Whereas the doubly refractive stones, they have the ray of light entering the stone and it gets split into two various wavelengths, which then gives this so-called pleochroism, meaning you have in the ruby an axis of red and another axis of a bit more pink. If we go into a more spiritual aspect or component, it's maybe also more representing the duality of life. And in some cases, we are now entering more a singularity in life. I feel that is also a reason why the spinels on a worldly level are becoming much more attractive. On a gemological level, they also practically never get treated, not heated, not the whole list. So they're very pure in their being. And I think that will rise a lot in value. But the value comes because the world is shifting into a certain direction. And whichever gems we tune in that will be paramount in that world, they will rise in value. So again, we have both in each other, and they bring this incredible, what I feel is like a feminine expansion, where the spinels bring this incredible, delicate, really an essence of love. They have a fineness, they have a delicateness, a brilliant feel that is unbelievably beautiful and so different to the diamond, because it would be like really a different musical instrument playing a similar tune.
Wow. So many good, I love metaphors for families and life and
Yeah.
Do you feel complete, or is there more that you would want to know about your?
I do have a question, because this pink one makes me a little, it doesn't feel like it fits. It makes me a little uncomfortable. And perhaps that's the embracing of that.
It's a stone to really push a bit. I would not, if I would do your mandala, I would not leave it in there.
Yeah.
But I would place it to kind of make a point.
Because if it's like this, that feels comfortable.
Yes.
When you put that in, I go, oh, I don't know if I can make that jump. It's neat seeing it as a family, not just about me, but then it also is about my growth with these people bring out things, and each family member brings something.
And we are so enmeshed.
Yes.
Also energetically, we are so closely knit.
We are so similar that we push each other apart.
Exactly.
Almost, it's like, but we're not similar. Look at the colors.
And now you can bring it together.
Yeah.
That's a great observation.
And the fact that he chose someone similar to his mother.
Makes it so that his growth is like right there too.
I really have a lot of compassion for difficult family situations. But it's about integrating. It's always love is the solution.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be live, but it is flow.
Yeah.
It is surrendering into what is, growing from it.
Oh yeah, the love was able to really continue to shine and be there. It was as long as there were no expectations, like letting go of expectations of what it was supposed to look like or what somebody's supposed to be like.
But I love the saying, there's always a pearl in every situation.